Even though the report came out yesterday, the investigation began back in January. According to the report, more than 160 people may have been exposed to the tainted ink between the months of October 2011 to December. Health officials say it's a bacteria that causes a red rash around a tattoo area. The Monroe County Health Department says it found 19 reports of this rash, and luckily it came from the same place. One local shop owner who's been tattooing for more than 30 years says this outbreak is just the beginning.
Very interesting that in New York State you need a license to cut hair, but you really don't need a license to tattoo.
Joel Yeager owns a popular tattoo parlor on East Avenue, and when a report came out about tainted tattoo ink in our area, he says he didn't even blink.
I wasn't shocked. I actually knew that this kind of stuff was sooner or later going to surface.
Rochester was one of several cities throughout the nation mentioned in a recent report by the New England Journal of Medicine. It shows 19 cases of Mycobacterium chelonae in our area, the most cases in the nation.
Specifically, it's a Mycobacterium, and with that particular bacterium, it's more hardier. So, and by that we mean that it is difficult, just maybe to treat and difficult to eradicate.
Monroe County Health Department Deputy Director Byron Kennedy says it all started when a local dermatologist raised a red flag after a patient complained of a red rash around his new tattoo. Kennedy says they looked into more than 60 tattoo shops throughout the county but could only link the 19 cases to one shop. He says the tattoo artist bought the tainted ink at a trade show in Arizona and exposed over 160 people.
The majority of folks have had tattoos with no prior events. But that's not to say that there's no risk. There is a risk, and folks need to be mindful of that.
Yeager says it's not just the customer that needs to be mindful. He says local shops need to stop being careless. He says they need to invest in better equipment and quality inks.
Might be more expensive, but really, you're putting something on someone's body for the rest of their life. You really have to take that very seriously.
Yeager says he's trying to work with lawmakers to bring awareness to the issue. He believes there should be more regulations. If things don't change, he says this outbreak is just the beginning.
They just need to be aware. They need to go to a reputable shop. They need to ask questions. They need to see how the practice is done. Is everything sterilized? Is everything covered when they get a tattoo?
And the 19 people affected were treated with antibiotics. Officials say it takes about 6 months for the rash to go away. The health department says the exposure was not life-threatening for anyone involved. We're told the manufacturer of this product voluntarily recalled all of the ink. Rich?
And is the health department expecting to find any other cases in the area, Joangel?
Well, health officials say they're not expecting more people to come forward. They're confident that with their investigation at this point, they say they spoke to every single person that came in contact with the ink at that shop, and so far they managed to treat everyone involved through the University of Rochester Medical Center.
Okay, Joangel Concepcion reporting. Thanks, Joangel.